Hello, everyone. This is Omni Talk Retail. I'm Chris Walton.
And I'm Ann Mazinga.
And we are coming to you live from the Simbe and Omni Talk podcast studio at the SpartanNash Conference in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And we are pleased to introduce our next guest. Our next guest is Christina Melillo. She is the VP of Merchandising at Buehler's Fresh Foods. Christina, thank you for joining us and welcome to Omni Talk.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Yeah.
Nice to be here in Grand Rapids.
It is. It's nice, huh? Yeah, it's been nice. Nice little town. I like it here. I like it here a lot, actually.
It is great.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and also about Buehler's, if you don't mind.
Okay, so I'll start with Buehler's, if that's okay. We are a 14-store chain of groceries, traditional grocery store in Northeast Ohio.
Okay.
We've been in business since 1929. We were owned by the Buehler family, but they exited the business in 2017. We are now an ESOP. So like I said, we've got 14 stores. We also have off-site liquor store. We have an off-site restaurant. So just like I said, traditional grocery store.
Yeah.
So I am VP of Merchandising. I've been with Buehler's 36 years.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That gives away my age.
Yeah,
like
wow, a little bit.
10
Yeah.
years old when you
little
started?
bit,
Oh my goodness.
16.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I started bagging
16,
groceries.
really?
Yeah, I was bagging groceries. I went to college a little bit on and off, but kept getting promoted. And so here I am, Vice President of Merchandising. And that is one thing that I think is great about Buehler's is that we do really focus on promotion within and opportunities for the people that we have. So
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to be one of those people and kind of had someone take me under their wing. And I'm so happy to be here.
How long have you been
36
heading
years.
up merchandising?
2 years
2
as
years.
VP of Merchandising.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was in stores for quite a while. Was assistant store manager. Then I was in our merchandising group and did a little bit of buying. Was a buyer for a little while. So yeah, just really worked my way up.
Great.
Wow, Buehler's is very lucky to have you.
Thank
36 years
Yeah.
knowing and understanding and serving that customer base is really, really impressive, Christina.
Thank you.
You mentioned you have several stores in Northeast Ohio, a pretty significant regional grocer in that area. How does being a regional kind of influence your merchandising strategy when you compare Buehler's to some of the other larger, more national
Yeah.
chains that are out there?
So we're really lucky, I think, to be in Ohio. It's a great farming community, right?
Yep.
So we're big on local anyways, because in some of our communities, we were the very first grocery store, right?
Right.
So being the first there, we had some reach there, but, we know a lot of the farmers. We go to the Mount Hope auction. It's an Amish auction, and we know those farmers that are there. We buy a good portion of our produce that's there. So what we're selling, our customers know is from local dairy farmers or local produce farmers. So, and we've had that history of buying from those groups for such a long time, and our customers know that product. They know that when we say we have Mauer's sweet corn, they know what it is,
Right.
and they know when we're going to have it, and they're asking for it. And
Right.
so it is really about our communities. And then again, we have a lot of longtime employees, and they know what they're selling to their
Right.
customers. They can speak to it,
Right.
And that's, I think, an advantage that we do have over a bigger store chain.
That reminds me of how my family in Iowa talks about their groceries too. I mean, you guys are in Ohio, but very similar in terms of the makeup and how they think about things. I'm curious too, though, are there any other advantages that you would single out for Buehler's in terms of how you approach the business overall as a company in relation to keeping pace with some of the larger national chains?
Yeah, so sure. Everybody sells, Cheerios, everybody sells milk, right?
Right.
You can almost get your groceries at the local gas station.
Mhm.
What I like to say is that we're also selling service and quality.
You are. Okay.
So you're coming to our store to talk to the wine manager who has a recommendation for you. You're
Right.
coming to our store because, we're still making our donuts. And, we're
Okay.
filling our cream sticks and we still decorate our own cakes. We
Yeah.
still have meat cases. We're a full service floral shop, whereas
Wow.
a lot of places it's a grab and go. You pick up a plant or a bouquet that's been
out of a
sitting
wet
there maybe
bucket.
for a week.
Yeah.
And there's nobody there to tell you how to care for that plant or anything like that. So I think that we are still very service focused, and that's hard to be in the labor, situation that it is today and the challenges that are out there. So I think service is a big thing that we push.
What what are you seeing as trends when it comes to how you provide service to your customers, and especially in how you're buying? Like, what food trends are you seeing as the VP of merchandising?
Yeah, so protein. I would
Really?
say that's probably a big one. It's not going to surprise anybody to hear, right? But yeah, definitely protein. The hydration packets and the hydration drinks, with people, I think, being very, I guess, preventative. Right. That's their health focus now, is preventative.
So, Christina, going back to the comments you made about protein, like, how overt is that change? Like, is it forcing you to rethink the store layouts, the amount of merchandising you're giving to certain products? Like, how impactful has that change been?
Yeah, well, it's big for several reasons. I think, GLP-1, the dieting and everything like that. I think there are people out there that are thinking about preventative health care and how can they live longer and what can they do. And also, you think about parents with the way sports are so intense in school. Mm-hmm. Parents are letting their kids eat and drink protein and creatine and things like that. The other thing is, it just tastes better now.
Right.
Right. It just tastes better.
Yeah.
Just like
gluten-free is not crapping. Yes, right?
Gluten-free was cardboard when it came out. Right. And it's the same thing with these manufacturers. They see that people want convenience, they want portability, they want easy things. And so they just love it. They love the convenience of it. They love that it tastes better.
And are there new products too, like creatine? Like, is that becoming more important of an element for you to have in a grocery store even?
We're struggling to get that because we buy from bigger suppliers.
Right.
So we're trying to find, more ways to get those types of items. We do have what we call healthy living in our stores. So we've been focused on those types of items for a long time, having items that are organic and non-GMO and things like that. So now it's kind of building that segment of the supplement part of it. It's the better eating part of it. Now it's the supplement part of it. Like, what else can I add to my diet?
The supplements that's interesting too. Supplements being a bigger part of the grocery shopping experience for all the food as medicine reasons out there.
Right.
I'm big on and I don't think I've talked about this. I'm big on the creatine gummies. Like, that's the next trend I want to get into. I haven't tried those yet, but I'm kind of digging those. Got to get it past my dentist wife first. But all right, well, let's get you out of here on this. As someone that's been in the grocery industry for a long time, what excites you most about grocery in terms of how it's evolving and where you see the future going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it is really tough because in our markets especially, there's so much competition out there. Mm-hmm. So I think we just have to stay focused as who we are. And while that can be tough sometimes when you have big players, I still think that people, they want you to say their name when they come in the grocery store. They want to be able to have fresh ingredients. They want to be able to, I guess, pick what they want. And sometimes in big box stores, you can't do that. So I'm excited because I still think that there is a market for who we are and who we want to be.
Right.
The best local grocery store in your community. And I think we've got the people in place to do that. We're maintaining that knowledge and we're maintaining that longevity of an employee. And, it is exciting. There are new opportunities for us as we, get into some of these things that, like supplements. There are categories we can build on. It's tough to sell more Cheerios.
Yeah.
But as healthy living is out there and then that we make that a priority, there are still ways for us to grow our sales, to be impactful in our community, to support our community. And so that's what excites me the most, because it can get scary out there when you get a Meijer come in and they come right across the street. But I think people will shop there for a little bit and then they kind of come back they want to be treated as individual. They want to be seen as important. They like special offers that we have. They like the special things that we can do. We know their name when they come in the store. How are you doing? And so being, I think, in the community for a long time, that's what really helps us, compete against those big box stores.
And thankfully for the Buehler's customers, they have you making sure that the products that they want, the hydration packets, the protein, high protein items, and the creatine, all that thing, you're working to bring all of those products in so they can get everything they want in that trip. Well, Christina, thank you so much for taking the time with us today. Thank you again to Simbe and SpartanNash for hosting us here at the Food Solutions Expo. And we still have a couple more interviews, so stay tuned. And until next time,
be careful out there.